Hi, this is Kent Vaughn with Blaze Performance Solutions, and today I want to talk about difficult conversations. How many times do you have to have those? Well, more times than you care to admit, I suspect. When I think about difficult conversations, I think about the ways that I've failed at them so many times in the past because I've let emotion rule the day. There's been a problem, there's an issue, there's something going on, and so I kind of rush in with guns a-blazing, as it were. And let's just think about this for a second. As emotion goes up in a conversation, what happens to understanding or communication? That's right. It's an inverse relationship. So as emotion goes up, understanding goes down, listening goes down. And so the first thing you got to do is make sure that your head's in the right place and you're not going from a high emotional state to have this conversation, first and foremost. Now, there are four questions that I'm going to ask you to think about when it comes to those conversations. The first two questions you answer on your own. The second two you answer with the individual. You don't know the answer to those yet, so you're going to wait and do 2 and 3 with them. So, what's the first question? The first question is to ask yourself this question: what do I want the outcome to be from this conversation? What do I want the outcome to be? Now, a friend of mine used to say, I want him to cry. That's probably not the right answer. Well, I want the problem to be fixed. I want to get the report that I expected. I want to grow the business. I want to do whatever. So think through what is the outcome you want to have come from the conversation. Now, this can be a very quick question in your mind. It doesn't have to be sit down and write it out for 10 minutes. Sometimes you might need to write it out for even longer. But first, what's the outcome you want from the conversation? The second question is, what are the facts that you know? What are the facts? Not what you think, not what you surmise, not what you hope, not based on past performances. In this exact precise situation, what are the facts? Just the facts. Now, why is that important? Because so often when we are in kind of a high emotional state and we're going to have a difficult conversation, we are assuming some things based on past performances, based on this or this or this. Stop. Just what are the facts? I didn't get the report on time. We didn't close the business. They weren't here on time. This, whatever, this, that, or the other. The facts. Those two questions you answer on your own. Now, when you set up the time to have the conversation with the person, now maybe you say, hey, can we talk for a minute? Fine. Quickly go through 1 and 2. Hey, I'd like to have a conversation about the fact that I didn't get that report last night by 4 o'clock. It's now Wednesday, the next day at 3 o'clock, and I still don't have it. What's going on? So, what do you want to have happen? I want the report. And all I know is it wasn't on my desk as expected. So, explain to them 1 and 2. What do you want the outcome to be? I just want to get this report finished. I want to get this problem solved. I want to get the results up. And the facts are whatever the facts are. Now, this is when you're going to stop talking and you're going to ask them a simple question. Hey, what's going on? What's happening? And let them talk. Let them get it all out. Take notes. Let them tell you. That's question 3. What's going on? Let them tell you. My experience has been in almost every case, I found some information I didn't know existed. I got some facts I didn't know about. Wow. What a great idea to wait and get the rest of the facts from them. And then finally, number 4, where are we going to go from here? What do we do now? Now, we're not saying do the job for them, do the report for them, handle the patient crisis for them. Now, that may be the right thing. And with the new information you have, you might find that it shouldn't be them doing it because they have too many other things on their plate and you should have someone else doing this. Maybe even yourself. Now, think about the outcome you're going to have now. Because you've had a calm, cool, and reflected conversation instead of a guns a-blaring. I can't believe you didn't get this done. What happened? You're going to get a lot better outcome with just these simple 4 questions. So, think about a time when you have had a conversation that didn't go as well as you would have liked. Sit down and replay it in your mind. Maybe write out some new ways that you could have done it with these 4 questions. Or if you have a difficult conversation that you need to have that's coming up or you should be having or should have had, and Write out questions 1 and 2, your answers to those. Plan for it, and then set up a time to have a conversation with them. You'll be amazed at what will happen if you go in without emotion, with the facts, and telling them, hey, I just want to figure out how to get this solved. You'll be amazed at what you'll come up with together and how your results are going to improve dramatically.